Hello students, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. See, this is lecture number 4, chapter number 4, time series of statistics part 1. Right? Up to last lecture we complete up to illustration number 9, that is 3-year moving average and 5-year moving average. Now somehow a little bit a difficult point, that is 4-year moving average. We will solve it in this lecture. And this is our last lecture for chapter number 4 and last illustration, that is illustration number 10. Read the question first. Find the trend using 4 monthly moving average. First of all, underline this word 4 monthly moving averages for the following data showing monthly sales in lakh rupees of a shop. See, whenever they ask about the 4 yearly, 4 weekly moving average, we have to draw a table like this. See, the table month is given at March to December. See here the March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. But whenever they ask 4 yearly or 4 weekly moving average, we have to leave compulsorily. We have to see in 3 yearly and 5 yearly moving average, we are leaving the line because of good presentation. But in this case, 4 yearly moving average, we have to leave one line because of calculation. It is a calculation part. That's why we have to leave one line between these two data. March, April, one line. April, May, one line. Right? And the sales is given 5 lakh, 3 lakh, that is in lakh rupees. So 5, 3, 7, 6, 4, 8, 9, 10, 8 and 9. See, in 5 yearly moving average, in first of all 3 yearly moving average, we are leaving one line, we are leaving one data, first data and the last data. Because we cannot find out 3 yearly moving average, 3 weekly moving average of first year and last year. Same way, in 5 yearly moving average, we are leaving first 2 years data and last 2 years data, because we cannot find out 5 yearly moving average of first 2 and the last 2. I told you or I explained you that in my last lecture. Now same way here, we cannot find out 4 yearly moving average of first 2 years and last 2 years. That's why we have to make dash here, here and here in first of all, and in the last 2 years or last 2 months data. It is compulsory. That's why I am doing like this in the starting of the sum. And you have to prepare the table like this. First of all, you have to write down month sales, which is given in the sum. Then 4 monthly moving total, which is already done in illustration number 8 and 9, right? That is 4 years total. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 year or 4 week or 4 month. Whatever is given, 4 month total. We have to write into the center. See, we have to write that total into the center. In 3 years, see here, in 3 years we are writing like this. 1, 2, 3, that is 5, 7 and 9. If it is given by this, then we are writing the total in the middle, in the center, that is 5 plus 7 plus 9. See, this is the middle. 1, 2, 3. This one is the middle. That's why we are writing the total into the middle. In 5 yearly, see here, if the data is given for 5 yearly moving average, then see, we are writing the total into the center like this. 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The center of 5 yearly moving average is 3. That's why we are writing the total here. In this case, 4 yearly moving average, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But the center of these is middle, between April and May. That's why we have to write 4 monthly moving total into the middle of these, April and May. compulsory. That's why we are leaving one line between these, because the center of this 4 year or 4 month is the 2 after 2 and before 3. That is middle of 2 and 3. That's why we are leaving one line and we are making the total in this line. So here we are writing 4 monthly moving total. That is 5 plus 3 plus 7 plus 6. See here in illustration number 8 and 9. Then we are making just dividing the total and find out the 3-year moving average or 4-year moving average. But here, if we are writing here as well as here, see, okay, that's the next part. First of all, make the total 10 plus 11, that is 21. Here the total is 21. Okay, now what is the total? What is the which procedure we have to follow? First cancel, next added, right? First one we have to minus it, we have to subtract it, and the next one we have to add into the total, which is make in here. See, the total is, now the middle is this one. After this, the total is this one. Middle one is this one. That's why 21 minus 5. First we have to subtract, and the next one after 6, the next one is 4. We have to add 4. See, the total of these 4 is we are writing out here. Now from 21 we have to subtract first one and add the next one. That's why 21 minus 5 plus 4, that is 20. In the next line, see, whenever we are writing the total, we have to write in the middle, because 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle of this is this. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle of this is this. This 4. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is the center line? This one. That's why we are writing the total of 3, 5, 7, 6 and 4. See, make the total in your calci. 3 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4, it will be 20. Right? Okay. Next 20 is here. We have to subtract. See, first of all we are subtracting 5. Then we have to subtract 3. And we are adding 4. That's why we have to add 8. The total is 25. Next one, 25 minus, after 3, which we have to subtract 7. And after 8, which we have to add 9. That's why the total is 27. Now 27 minus, after 7, we have to subtract 6. Yes. And after 9, we have to add 10. So here 31. So 31 minus, after 6 we have to subtract 4. Yes. And we have to add after 10 8. So 35. Then after 35 we have to subtract 8. And after 8 we have to add 9. That is 36. See, the column, the 4 monthly moving total is here, right? But in the previous questions we are just dividing these with 3 or 5, because 3-year moving average we have to divide with 3. In 5-year moving average we have to divide with the 5 and get the answer. But here the sum is not in the regular chaos, because we are writing this in the middle of this. That's why we have to make a pairwise total, because here 20 is the middle of these 4 and 21 and 20 is the middle of these 4. You have to write the pairwise total middle of these 2, that is here, and that is our answer. See, the middle May, we are writing his here. March and April, we cannot find out the moving total, moving average of first 2 year or first 2 months and last 2 months because of this. But here we can find out 3rd month to last third month getting the pairwise total and then average of 8 year or 8 month, we can find out 4 monthly or 4 yearly moving average. What is of that here? First of all, total of these 21 plus 20, total of these two. We are writing here in the center. Again the same point, that is 20 plus 21 is equal to 41. Here again pairwise total we have to write in the middle, that is 20 plus 25, 45, then 25 plus 27, 52, then 27 plus 31, 58, then 31 plus 35, 66, then 35 plus 36, 71. Right? So here the total, that is center wise we find out the values. Total of these two is 41, total of these two is 45, total of these two is 52. We are writing the total in the center, and from this we can find out the value of 4 monthly moving average. But here in 3 year moving average we are dividing with 3, in 5 year moving average we are dividing with 5. But here first of all we find out the 4 monthly moving average, that is 4 monthly moving total. Here again 4 monthly moving total, here again 4 monthly moving total. But then 4 plus 4, we are adding these two, 4 plus 4, that is 8 monthly moving total. Here the total is 8 monthly moving total, not 4 monthly moving total. See again, here 4 month moving total plus this one is also 4 month moving total. That's why whenever we are adding these two, this is the 8 month moving total. If we want to find out the average of these, then we have to divide with not 4, we have to divide with 8, right? Okay, we are dividing right now. Now 41 divided by 8 is equal to 5.125, right? Or we can say 5 point directly. This one is 5, that's why 5.13. Then 45 divided by 8, 5.625, that's why 5.63. Then 52 divided by 8, directly 6.5. Then 58 divided by 8, 7.25. Then 66 divided by 8, 8.25. Then 71 divided by 8, 8.875. That's why 8.88. And we cannot find out these two monthly moving average. See again, in 4 year moving average, one difficult point is that you have to first of all write the total in the middle of first 4, that is in the after 2 or before 3, middle line of this. Then we have to write 2 years moving 2 monthly moving total between these two, that is 4 month here and 4 month here. So total 8 months moving total we are writing in middle pairwise total. We have to make one extra column, that is pairwise total, 21 plus 20, that is 41. And then in 4 year moving average, only in 4 year moving average we have to divide the total with 8. In 3 year moving average we have to divide with 3. In 5 yearly we have to divide with 5. But in 4 yearly or 4 monthly moving average we have to divide the total with 8, because we are adding these 4 months and these 4 months in this pairwise total column. And that's why we are dividing with 8 and we got the answer. First of all, write down this. Okay, complete this. Now, see, we are completing all chapter, that is up to illustration number 10. All the methods we are completing, but in my last lecture, I will give you the homework and some. I also told you that if you have any doubts in these sums, then told me or then ask me in WhatsApp. Some students give me some difficulties, and I am solving right now this one. See, in section D, exercise 4, section D, question number 10 is somehow difficult and it is also important because it is just like illustration number 7. Okay, the data, first of all read the question. Fit a linear equation from the following data. We have to fit a linear equation, that is y cap is equal to a plus b t, right, from the following data for the variable y of the time series. See here, the data is given, n is equal to 4, sigma y is equal to 270 and sigma ty is equal to 734, and we have to fit a linear trend or equation y cap is equal to a plus b t. For that, first of all, what is the formula? B is equal to n sigma ty minus sigma t sigma y upon n sigma t square minus sigma t all square. And for a, y bar minus b into t bar. See, this is the main two formula for finding out the equation a plus bt. And for that, we have only n is equal to 4, then a sigma y, this one is equal to 270, and then sigma ty, this one 734. We don't have sigma t square, y bar and t bar. First of all, we have to find out all these and then we put the values into this equation or into this formula. So here, whenever t is not given, we have to write two column, that is t and t square. What is t? Here n is equal to 4, then t is equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4 always. Up to n we have to write. In illustration number 7, I told you that whenever t is not given, you have to write up to n t column, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. If n is 7, then we have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make the total for sigma t. What is the total? Here the total is 10. Now t square column. Second one, t square column. That is here 1 square, that is 1, 2 square, 4, 3 square, 9 and 4 square, 16. Here the make the total sigma t square, 30. See here, we got these two, sigma t and sigma t square. Now we want y bar and t bar. So first of all, here we are writing that y bar is equal to sigma y upon n, that is sigma y is equal to 270 upon n is equal to 4. What is your y bar? 270 upon 4, 67.5. Here your y bar. Now t bar is equal to sigma t upon n. Sigma t is 10 upon 4, that is 2.5. T bar is equal to 2.5. Now, so we have to write this information in this formula. Now B is equal to 4 into 734 minus sigma t is equal to 10 and sigma y is equal to 270 upon 4 into 30 minus 10 square. Now simplify it. 4 into 734 2936 minus 2700 divided by 120 minus 100 236 divided by 20 11.8. Here your B is equal to 11.8. Now put the value here into A. A is equal to y bar, that is 67.5 minus B is equal to 11.8 into T bar is equal to 2.5. So 67.5 minus 29.5 is equal to 38. So your A's value is 38 and B value is 11.8. Now we have to find out the linear equation, that is y cap is equal to A plus B T. So here 38 plus 11.8 T is your answer. Okay. So first of all, write down this. This is the very easy question. Okay, complete. See, in section D we complete sum number 10. Now in section E, all questions are very easy. See, first and second I told you in second lecture as your homework, and third and fifth I told you in the third lecture, that is 3-year and 5-yearly moving average. Fourth question is graphical method and we will discuss in our regular lecture. That's why we are skipping right now. So up to this we are completing exercise 4A, section A, B, C, D and E. Now some students have doubts in section F, question number 4. See, it is very easy and it is also asked in previous examinations, that is in March 19. That's why it is very important. First of all, we read the question. The data about the goods transported in different years by a division of railways are given below. Find the estimates for each year by fitting a linear equation. See, we have to find out each year estimate by fitting a linear equation. So we have to just keep in mind that we have to first of all find out y cap is equal to A plus BT and then estimate each year estimation, that is trend values. One student asked me about how we find out the trend values, sir. See, here in exercise in example number 5 or 6 I told you about how can we find out trend values, but here we are doing again. So your problem is solved. Fit a estimate for each year by fitting a linear equation and represent it by a graph. See, in this question graph is also asked. That's why we have to skip half page for the graph. And the third question also find the estimates for the year 2016. So the practical part of this question we are doing right now here, and the graphical part is we are doing in our regular lecture. So after this question, leave a half page for the graph. Okay. Now read the question. Year is equal to 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. Goods transported in tons, that is your Y, 180, 192, 195, 204 and 202. See, one student asked me about if there is a unequal gap between the years, then how can we do this sum? See, in this chapter, this is a very easiest chapter. I told you in first lecture that this is the very easiest chapter in whole statistics syllabus, right? So in this chapter there is no any questions regarding unequal gap between 2 years, so it is easy, don't worry. You just have to do all the sums like this only, nothing else. Don't think over. Okay, so here time is given, that is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and we have to fit a linear trend, that's why we have to find out ty and t square. First of all, multiplication 190 into 1 180, then 192 into 2 384, then 195 into 3 585, 204 into 4 816, 202 into 5 1010. Sigma ty is equal to 2975. Now t square, here 1 4 9 16 and 25, so sigma t square is equal to 55. Now we have a data. First of all, we have to find out y bar, that is sigma y upon n, 973 divided by 5. (194.5) t bar, sigma t upon n, 55 upon 5, that is 11. Sorry, sigma t is equal to 15, so 15 upon 5, that is 3. So here your t bar and here your y bar. Okay, now we have to put the value into this. Y cap is equal to a plus bt, right? We have to fit a linear equation. Here is the linear equation, y cap is equal to a plus bt. So here first of all, what is b? N sigma ty minus sigma t into sigma y upon n sigma t square minus sigma t whole square. Okay, put the value here. N is equal to 5, sigma ty 2975 minus sigma t, it is 15, sigma y it is 973 divided by 5 into sigma t square, that is 55 minus 15 whole square. Simplify this. 5 into 2975, 14,875 minus 15 into 973, 14,595 divided by 275 minus 225, 14875 minus 14595, it is 280 divided by 50. So your B is equal to 5.6. See, we got the value of B here first of all, then the value of A. First of all, we have to find out the value of A. A is equal to y bar minus b t bar. What is your y bar here? 194.5 minus b is equal to 5.6 into t bar, that is 3. (16.8). So 194.5 minus 16.8 is equal to 177.7. 973 divided by 5 is equal to see, sorry, here 194.6. So here we have to write 194.6 minus 16.8 is equal to 177.8 is your A, right? Okay, now here first of all we are putting the value into the equation. Y cap is equal to A plus B T. That's why Y cap is equal to A is equal to 177.8 plus B is equal to 5.6 T. Here your equation is ready. But the main question, read the question again. Find the estimates for each year, that is trend value, and you have to find out estimates for each year by putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as T into this. So here we are writing we can write estimates of each year, or we can write trend values. Here we have to write the equation. Y cap is equal to 177.8 plus 5.6 T. Right? First of all, we have to find out first year estimate, that is year T is equal to 1. What is the Y cap? When T is equal to 1, what is the Y cap value? That is 177.8 plus 5.6, 183.4. Now here we have 183.4, that is first year value, and we are putting here in the estimated value 183.4. This is our first year value. Now we just have to add 5.6 to find out the another year, that is next year's estimated value. I told you in the last lecture, that is lecture 2, that we have to find out next trend values by just adding value of B into previous year estimated value. So right now here the next year, that is second year estimated value, we don't have to find out like this, but only adding B to the previous year, that is first year value. 183.4 plus 5.6, the answer is 189, but here we are writing 189.0 because the first answer is in point. That's why we are writing here 189.0 plus next year estimated value, we just add 5.6 plus, that is 194.6, now plus 5.6, that is 200.2, and plus 5.6, that is 205.8, right? So here your first question is over. See the question. Find the estimates for each year by fitting a linear equation. Here we are fitting a linear equation, that is Y cap is equal to 177.8.5.6 T. Then we find out first year value. Then we are just adding 5.6, that is B, to each year and find the next year estimated value. So first question is over. Second one, and represent it by a graph. See, this value we have to represent in a graph, and this one is our regular lectures work. That's why we have to skip half page for the graph, right? And the last question, also find the estimate for the year 2016. This is another practical question. So see here, first of all, here our year is 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. Our last year is 2015. And for that, we are taking t is equal to 5. For 2015, we are taking t is equal to 5. That's why here I am writing for 2016. We have to take t is equal to 6, because 2015 we are taking 5. For the next year 2016 we have to take t is equal to 6, that is t6, and we have to find out the value of t6. Now putting the value here into the equation, y cap is equal to 177.8 plus 5.6 t. Now t is equal to 6. 177.8 plus 5.6 into 6. Multiply it. 5.6 into 6, that is 177.8 plus 33.6 is equal to 211.4. Here the estimated value, also find the estimate for the year 2016. See, your answer is in tons. That's why we are writing here 211.4 tons. Okay, so here your sum is complete. First of all, write down this. Okay, complete. Now see, by completing section F, question number 4, here we are complete our chapter. Here it is complete your all doubts also. But if you have any further doubts, then you can ask me and call me in my number, right? If I am not taking your call or my phone is busy, then ask me in WhatsApp, message me. Okay, now see, illustration number 10, that is 4 weekly or 4 yearly moving average, is somehow difficult in this chapter. That's why I am writing right now, doing section F, question number 5, which is similar to illustration number 10. Okay, so first of all, read the question. The data of weekly price in US dollar per barrel of crude oil are given in the following table. Find the trend using 4 weekly moving averages. See, in this question, first of all, see this. See, section A, B, C, D, E is complete. In section F, question number 2 and question number 5 is 4 yearly or 4 weekly moving average. So in this chapter, only 3 sums are there. Illustration number 10, section F, question number 2, and section F, question number 5. And section F, question number 5 is somehow difficult because the point, the figure is given in the point. That's why I am doing right now that question. Okay, so first of all, write down, prepare table like this. First of all, month is given March 16, April 16 and May 16, March 16, April 16 and May 16. Then week is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 week, then 4 week, then 4 week. And here 4 weekly moving average. That's why we are skipping one line between these two data. It is compulsory, right? Then price of crude oils. Price of crude oil we have to write, first of all, 35.92, then 38.50, then 39.44, 39.46. See, the figure is given in the point and it is odd. That's why I am doing right now here, because the main mistake is done in the calculation. 36.79, 39.72. Read the question carefully and write the question carefully. 40.36, 43.73, 45.92, 44.66, 46.21 and 48.45. See here, in illustration number 10, they are giving time column, T column, and we are not doing that. We have to skip, or we can do whatever we want, we can do. Here, if we are writing T column, then it is okay. If we don't write T column, then don't worry, it is okay, right? Here in illustration 10, I am not writing, here I am writing, okay? So both method is there here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So total 12 week time is given. So here 12 week, and in 4-year moving average, first of all we have to do that first 2 week data we have to dash, and last 2 week data. We cannot find out the values or moving average, 4 week moving average of first 2 week data and last 2 week data. That's why we have to make the dash in that first, right? Okay, now add these 4 and write down in the center here. So here 35.92. See, there is a limitations for the board, so I am writing in a small letter 35.92 plus 38.50 plus 39.44 plus 39.46. First of all, make the total 5.92 plus 38.50 plus 39.44 plus 39.46. What's the total? 153.32. I am writing here 153.32. Right? Okay. Now, next, in that 153.32, first of all we have to write, then subtract first one, that is minus 35.92, and add the fifth one, that is 36.79. See, it is a time consuming sum. 153.32 minus 35.92 plus 36.79. The total is 154.19. Right now we are 154.19 minus, after 35.92 we have to subtract 38.50 or add, after 36.79 we have to add 39.72. What is the total? $155.41. Now 155.41 minus, after 38.50 we have to subtract 39.44 and add 40.36 minus 39.44 plus 40.36, that is 156.33. 156.33 minus, after 39.44 we have to subtract 39.46, plus after 40.36 we have to add 43.73 is equal to 160.6, that is 60. Now 160.60 or 160.6 minus 39.46, after that 36.79 and 43.73, after that 45.92 is equal to 169.73. Then 169.73 minus, after 36.79 we have to subtract 39.72 and we have to add 44.66. $174.67 minus 39.72, we have to subtract 40.36 or we have to add, after 44.66, 46.21 minus 40.36 plus 46.21, 180.52. See, be careful in the calculation. If your calculation is wrong, then your whole sum is wrong, because here the main thing is plus or minus, right? First of all, 180.52 minus 46.30, then 43.73. 40, no. See, it is not needed, because here we complete all these things. No, 180.52 minus, after that we have to subtract these 43.73 plus we have to add 48.45. See, this one is the last, and whenever we reach to the last we have to complete this. That is 180.52 minus 43.73 plus 48.45, that is 185.24. Right? So here 4 weekly moving total is over. Now pairwise total. Here we have to write the pairwise total, that is center of these two. Here 153.32 plus 154.19 is equal to 307.51. Is the pairwise total for the third year. See here, we are writing this one in between 2 and 3 and this one in between 3 and 4. So the pairwise total is we are writing into the center, that is 3. Third week column. Now add these 154.19 plus 155.41. $309.6. Then 155.41 plus 156.33. $311.74. So here be careful in calculation. It is time consuming sum, but you have to careful. 316.93. $330.33. $344.4. $355.19. $365.76. Now I told you in illustration number 10, first of all we have to write 4-year moving total here between these two, and then pairwise total between these. But here this one is 4 years total, this one is also 4 years total, and 4 plus 4, this is your 8 years total or 8 week total. So here in 4 weekly or 4 yearly moving average, we have to divide this amount with 8. So 307.51 divided by 8. So this is your answer. So first of all, 307.51 divided by 8, 38 point. See here, 43875. So your answer is 38.44. We have to write just 2 digit after point. Now 309.6 divided by 8. It is 38.7. Now 311.74 divided by 8. It is 38.5675, that is 38.57. Now 316.93 divided by 8. Here it is not 57, it is 97. 38.97, 316.93 divided by 8, it is 39.62. 61625, that is 62. 39.62. $41.29125, that is 41.29. 344.4 divided by 8, it is 43.05. 355.19 divided by 8, it is 44.3587. 355.19 divided by 8 is equal to 44.35875. Sorry, 39875. So 44.398, that is 440. After 3987, that's why here we have to add 1 into 39, that is 40. That is 44.40. 365.76 divided by 8 is equal to 45.72 exactly. So here it is a difficult question because the question is in point. We have to make the calculation in point, and that's why it is difficult in calculation, but it is easy. The method is easy. That's why I am doing right now this. So here we are completing our lecture. You have to complete in your homework exercise 4 up to exercise 4. That 4.1 we are skipping because that is graphical method. 4.2 we are completing, and now you have to complete exercise 4 full. If you have any doubts, then ask me or WhatsApp me. Okay.